Google Veo 3 just got a massive upgrade. They came out with Google Veo 3.1, and this has a lot of new features that can help with creating the exact video that you want. Check it out.
This is Veo, the video generation model designed for creativity. New enhanced capabilities give you control like never before.
As you see in that clip, there's a lot of different things that you can do now when it comes to, well, how you operate with Google Veo. You can now allow Google Veo to take a list of different images and combine them together to make one scene. Check it out.
You can use a reference image, a location, a character, object, or a combination. Veo puts them together into a fully formed scene, complete with sound.
Hello, is anybody here?
As you see in that video, they were able to, well, take this elevator scene with these pixels coming out of this elevator and change it into, well, an elevator that has these colorful balls pouring out of them. Not only that, you can take a picture of a woman, you can dress her up with the outfit as well as the scene, and then you can create the scene from these 3 different images, as you saw with that hotel one. You can even do one where it's this person doing that dirt bike and they're, well, driving around in a desert filled Orbeez or sparkling Orbeez mountain bike scene, which is absolutely amazing. But it doesn't just stop there. They actually increase the realism of different videos, where instead of it being Veo-ish, where you can still tell it's AI generated, they're focusing a lot more on realism. And you can see in these clips right here.
The city always got a story. Just gotta listen.
Well, you saw with that person that was actually cooking up something, how it sounded very realistic, and it looks pretty real. It's a B-roll clip. Even these 2 people who are sitting on a bench, you can tell that just the visuals alone look pretty realistic. I think a dead giveaway is the audio in this clip. Also, where the person was driving up to this diner, the visuals looked really good. It almost seems like some type of cut scene in a video game. And, well, you could definitely tell that it does look like something you would see in a video game or somewhat realistic movie. Doesn't just stop there either. They also have the first and last frame where,
And for ultimate narrative control, define the start and end points of your shot. Veo bridges them with epic transitions.
where they selected this image of this barn and this cowboy, and you can see that it starts with the barn but it ends with a cowboy on the scene out in the field on top of the horse, right? And you can tell that the camera panned through the farm and saw the horse walking for a little bit. Sometimes in the past, if you use Kling or other video generators to do first and last frame, it will do a quick transition between one scene to another. So to see the scene play out a little bit more before it just directly gets to the last frame is pretty cool. Not only that, you can do this origami of this person and then spike, and then you can see how the origami is folded and translated to be a real person. Even this person right here, who put a cactus and then the actual person, and then you see the person look away out in the distance as it pans to a cactus, so they can understand the images and what you want to do based off the text. So instead of it being the paper where it transforms into a person origami, they actually pan to see the cactus instead of transforming the girl into a cactus. Not only that, they say you can create longer, even lasting for a minute or more, with continual action from an original shot. Check this out. As you've seen in that video, it was of this ballerina, and it's a whole entire performance where you see people coming in and out of the performance, people dancing, camera panning as one continuous shot, which in a movie, that's actually really, really good. Usually when actors are doing movies, there are different cuts here and there. So the actor is repositioning themselves and going to different places and then trying to mimic the action by using the camera cuts. But a continuous shot is like when the camera is stationary and the actor is doing a lot of the work. Well, the camera doesn't necessarily have to be stationary, but the camera could pan around to see how the actor is doing, but the shot is continuous. There's no cuts being done within that shot. That's pretty cool. But these are the cherry-picked examples, but I always love to see what the community is doing. As you see with this person doing this candle wax figure, as well as this water bar thing that they did, looks pretty cool. Check it out. Also,
welcome. Care for a taste?
this person here did a side-by-side comparison of Veo 3 versus Veo 3.1, where you see that Veo 3.1 is actually a little bit cooler when it comes to the special effects, a little bit more expressive. Even the effects going around the person is a little bit more detailed. But at the end of the day, these are subjective. You can think of it like new gen versus old gen anime, where some people do like the older gen anime animations versus the new. Here's another one where it's like this vlogger who's going to taste food, and it looks pretty darn good. It looks like something you would see on TikTok or YouTube.
These skewers are the perfect start. Next, this beautiful matcha parfait. And finally, the ramen.
But tell me what you think. Do you think that Veo 3.1 is the step up that you need to really do fine-grained controls over this? Or do you think Sora 2 is just still kicking this out of the park? I think when it comes to comparisons between Veo 3.1 and the other video generators, I think we see that it's pretty much competition is 3.1 Veo and Sora 2. They're the ones that are going head to head. They have been more open source generators now that can do sound, but for the paid versions, they're in a tier all of their own. I've really seen Kling catch up to Sora or Veo just yet. But tell me what your thoughts are down below. With that being said, your boy DexNotDexter out.